The Luka AD trade is getting worse and worse by the day. The Los Angeles Lakers are currently sitting at second seed in the West at 7-2, without LeBron James and Luka missing a couple games, Reeves missing a couple games. They're still the second seed, better than my Houston Rockets right now. While the Dallas Mavericks are literally sitting at the bottom of the rankings at 2-6. Nico Harris, I don't know what his name is exactly. He needs to be investigated, and like a lot of people take that as a joke, but the NBA is looking at, or the FBI are looking at the wrong people. They're looking at Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups. You need to start looking at Nico Collins and the Dallas Mavericks, because that was the most intentional trade ever. The only reason that possibly could have made the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Dončić was because of money. Something had to have happened under the table that we just will never know and we will never see. Maybe the NBA wanted to spice up the viewership since viewership was falling in the previous years. And I mean, you know, the NBA is actually it's actually a more fun product this year so far. In these 10 games that we've watched, it's definitely a more fun product than it was last year. With LeBron out, by the way. Even with LeBron James out of the picture, this has been a very fun start. This has been the most fun start of the season that I've pretty much ever seen. But let's just take a deeper dive into Luka versus AD, just real quick. Just to show you guys, if you haven't been paying attention to basketball, what's been going on in the league so far, let's just take a quick look at what Luka Dončić has been doing in the games that he's played so far. This year, Luka is averaging so far 40 points a game. This is not his per 36. This is not 2K. This is what Luka Dončić is actually doing out there every single night that he's there, that he's hooping. He's averaging 40 points a game on 50% from the field. And he's not shooting great from three, which is scary. That's actually scary. Because when Luka shoots threes, he's settling a lot. He's taking 9 threes a game. He doesn't have to shoot 9 threes a game. He's averaging 11 rebounds. We're going to get to DeAndre Ayton in a second, but he's averaging 11 rebounds a game. And of course, the 9 assists, which is given. And they said that he didn't play defense. And I know steals doesn't directly translate to defense, but he's averaging 2 steals a game. He's never averaged 2 steals a game before. And again, the season just started, but it's Luka Dončić. On the flip side, let's go to what AD is doing. AD has only played 2 or 3 games and he got hurt again, which is what they were kind of saying that's the reason that they didn't want Luka anymore, because he doesn't take his health serious. But AD doesn't ever play, so what's the in the games that AD did play, he only scored 21 points a game on average, 10 rebounds. So Luka's played more games and is averaging more rebounds than Anthony Davis. Luka's averaging more rebounds than Anthony Davis. And obviously, Luka's averaging way more assists. Dallas fans, I know you guys were hurt last year, but this has to hurt even more now, knowing that AD is probably not going to have another healthy season ever again. And Luka's thriving in LA. Luka's averaging 40 over there. Luka's gonna get a statue. Maybe Luka might even get a statue in Dallas, but Luka's definitely gonna end his career getting a statue in LA. And AD, he might be out the league in a couple years just because he can't stay healthy. AD might be closer to Joel Embiid than we think. And the Mavericks gave up a 20. How old is Luka Dončić? How old is he? He's 26. You guys traded him when he was 25 years old. His frontal lobe just developed. And y'all decided to trade him? AD is 32. AD is 32. And that really is like 36 in normal people's years, because AD can't stay healthy. His body, he has a 38-year-old body, but he's 32 years old. And if that's not enough, Luka is probably the top vote for MVP right now. It was Wemby those first couple games, those first 4 or 5 games, but Luka's probably the number 1 in MVP voting right now. Let's actually go check that. Let's actually go ahead and check that. Oh, NBA. Let's see the championship odds. Oh, sorry, not the championship odds, the MVP odds. Oh, okay, so SGA is number 1 in MVP right now. Luka's number 2. But Luka was hurt for a couple games. Luka missed like 2 or 3 games. And he came back dropping 40, 50, triple doubles, just beat the Spurs. The Spurs, were they undefeated? If they weren't undefeated, they had just lost 1 game, but they were at the top of the West, other than the Thunder, of course. Yeah, they gave the Spurs the second loss. And it's just like, the worst part about this is that Dallas Mavericks fans are most likely in shambles right now. You have to be in shambles if you're a Mavs fan right now, because y'all probably aren't going to make the playoffs. Kyrie isn't coming back until, let's say, January. What's y'all's record going to be in 2 months? We don't know when AD's coming back, but I don't even really have faith that AD, when AD comes back, he's going to be the dominant force that you guys imagine him to be. And let's talk about Cooper Flag. Let's talk a little bit about Cooper Flag too. Cooped. Obviously, it's early. He's 19 years old. He's 19 years old. I get it. He's early. I get it. He's early. But so far, he's averaging 14, 7, and 3. 2 turnovers a game. You guys are playing him out of position. Cooper Flag is not a point guard, Dallas. He's a secondary facilitator. He's a secondary ball handler. You could think about him like a Jimmy Butler type of player. Think about him like that's a great example, like a Jimmy Butler type of guy. Like, he's like a Paolo Banchero type of guy. He shouldn't be your number 1 facilitator. He should just be the guy that, you know, when you guys need buckets, when you guys, you know, like, he's just a secondary facilitator. The point guard tries to get him easy buckets here and there, and then, you know, he has his ISO moments. He has his moments where, you know, he's shooting the last shot. He's doing those type of things. But he's not the guy that brings the ball up the court and starts the offense. Cooper Flag is not that guy. And it's not gonna. You guys are not gonna win a lot of games with Cooper Flag as your best player or as your number 1 facilitator. Dallas. Nobody knows why you guys did this trade. Nobody will ever know why you guys really did this trade. And, you know, in a couple years when Luka has a couple MVPs under his belt, maybe a championship under his belt, and obviously when it's all said and done, and Luka has multiple championships and multiple MVPs under their belt, we're all just going to keep looking back, and we're just all going to keep wondering what really made you guys trade Luka Dončić. And it wasn't a coincidence that you guys got Cooper Flag as the number 1 pick either. It's not a coincidence that you guys lucked up to get the number 1 pick in the lottery the same year that you guys traded Luka. We all see the signs. The signs are all there.